Hey people, Injured here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Estia Province and Chaos Space Marines versus Orks for the Blue Chaos team. Chaos 23 is a Chaos Lord. Durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. The Black Legion here. Alongside is Acey as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. The Thousand Suns elite scheme, recolored black. Rounding off the team here, HBK Lorente is a Plague Champion. A damage over time bolt gun by default, can get melee weapons, some good utility and support. What are you using, buddy? More Black Legion here. Red Orks, Ghaz is a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat, puts out some good damage with a bunch of orky gadgets. Alongside Cursecrab's Warboss, a melee hero, walks through objects and very good disruption, support and offense. This is the Freebooters DLC. Yep, there it is. Piratey Orks. Rounding off the red team for the Orks is a Commando Nob. It's Darkar. This guy shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter, sneaking around on the east side. What's going on mid? 2v2 fight. You know I love my early 2v2 fights, fellas. Looks like these sluggers are getting kind of messed up here. Ouch. Doom bolts as they try to run in on the Sorcerer. Are they going to get away? Looks like they are. Doom blast a little bit early from those heretics, but they made it work. Shooters ran off either way. Now it's HBK Lorente going back to the east side. Kommando was not interested in a 2v2 fight. Instead, capping up the east side and bashing a no. Are you going to help? No, looks like Acey's going west instead. Chaos Lord's getting quite low. Lots of Darkar, I guess. Sluggers coming in. Where's the kill the weak? Oh no, where's the kill the weak? Has it used already? He had full energy though. Maybe it was used and he got his energy back and he still can't use it, I guess. I'm not sure. I think the cooldown's quite high on kill the weak. I remember it being nerfed many patches ago. Many updates ago. Years at this point. Double CSM for HBK Lorente. Chaos 23 into some more heretics. Nothing yet for Acey. Into some raptors here. Double shooters for all of the Ork players. Gonna grab that central wreck point, which has been fully matured here for the red team now. Gonna try and sweep through to the enemy natural power. Maybe it's only just now being noded. I think they defended their own power successfully. Chaos Lord gonna get revived. Maybe by Acey. There's a Doom Bolts. There's a pretty damn good Doom Bolts with a grenade barrage on it too from the heretics. Couldn't quite get the revive though, because suddenly a bunch of Orks. Bonus for these sluggers of Cursecrab. CSM. Need to just run, fellas, I think. Can't make it to the garrison safely. And they've just stopped. They have indeed stopped. Chaos 23 completely messing up here. Not sure what happened. Maybe it's one of those situations where they just don't retreat when you tell them to, but they just completely stopped. Should have kept them moving at least, if they didn't retreat. They had a ton of war right at the end there too, so they spent 15 power on them. Massive loss there for Chaos 23. Stun bomb on the Plague Champion and the Chaos Space Marines. Storm Boys jumping in. These guys with power melee weapons. Really bad news for those CSM. Can they get a model though? A ton of war is up on both of these guys for HBK Lorente. The Plague Champion though falls. And they're going to get through, I think. And at least decap this. What's this in the mid? Raptors jumping in with that suppression. Doom Bolts bit in there as well briefly. And we see heretics messing up some shooter boys. There's that suppression from aiming. What's that? You have the more Darkar Global from the Mekboy too. Because more Darkar's always better. Is that the Coruscant Flame? It is. From the Sword of Flame. I think he's going to take the Warboss down it. Yep, down goes the Warboss. So much Darkar against that Sorcerer though. That's a lot of damage. Kommando with some stick bombs. Couldn't quite throw them far enough. Oh, gets one of them though. Got one of the CSM there. Can they get a double revive? No. 460 to 468. Power bashing with shooter boys. Looks like it's Noise Marines now for Chaos 23. Doing some really good work there against the double shooters. That Sonic Blaster will shut down ranged attacks. Does some really good damage, as you saw as well. And there's a cacophony to knock down all the surrounding enemy units. All the surrounding units in general, actually. Although the Chaos Lord wouldn't be knocked over. He's a big boy. 441 to 468. Can they get back onto that VP? Start to stabilise a little bit. Orks have kind of been all over him. Storm Boys here now for Cursecrab. Pretty late to get some Storm Boys up. But it doesn't seem like Blue Team are going tier 2 any time soon, I should say. Heretics can grab the west side. Chaos Lord trying to look for a kill of the week, I guess, if he gets too low. Sluggers are not going to give him an easy one. They're backing off. Basically pointless for those sluggers to engage him there because of kill of the week. I mean, you can try to bait it out, but once you're committed to a fight, very difficult to dodge kill of the week if you've like surrounded him already. 422 to 468, good special attack from the Sorcerer. Might die afterwards, levels up to 2. Not like he can teleport away. Chaos Lord comes barreling in with a kill of the week. He's got his combi flamer too. Sorcerer does go down. There's some fire for the shooter boys though. From the Immolates. Noise Marines doing some really good work. There's a cacophony. The damage was evenly spread though on those sluggers, and he didn't actually drop a model. That's amazing. Darkar for the Plague Champion. Actually quite pointless to suppress him here because his steel fires at the same rate. Because Noble doesn't care about your suppression. Can he kill that Plague Champion now? Yep. That's a pretty good sync kill. Just jam that giant orky cutlass or saber or whatever it is into your face. You gonna bash power, fellas? You got fiery things. You got some burners. No, they're gonna decap. West side, more decapping. Gonna get knocked off it though, perhaps, depending on where the sluggers land. Yep, they landed far enough away to stop the cap. And here come some melee aspiring champion heretics. Oh, these fellas have an aspiring champion too. Chaos Marine with bolt pistol and chainsaw. Some tier 2s. Ghaz is already there. Darkar and Chaos 23 are the fellas that are floating. Especially Chaos. They're busy with this fight right now. Trying to split away from the Mekboy's electric armor. Very painful. Sluggers can turn and engage these heretics, maybe. There we go. Smack, 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 smack. Sluggers got level 2. They have their burners and their knob leader. They are ready to roll. Ready to cause some pain. Doom bolts. Didn't hit that well. Objects and stuff in the way. Rapid jump. Suppresses. Those guys got pretty messed up. But hey, here comes some more Orks. I know Storm Boys have a knob leader. Got a big heavy melee, huge chopper. And stuns when he lands on you. Lots of fire. That's doing some really good work with the cacophony there. Look at that. But there's a lot of toasty Orks in there. Holy crap, that was some good work. Meanwhile, Pulsating Flame on the Heretics. Yep, messed up the Storm Boys quite a lot. As a pretty decent passage of play for the Chaos team, but they look quite depleted. Acey down to just Heretics and Raptors. They also lost their CSM somewhere then. Having to get the natural rec point back and stuff. They still got some work to do. Not sure where Acey's CSM died. Is it there? Those are Raptors. Those be Raptor corpses. Tons of Darkar for those fellas to deal with. Lots of death on the east side. They champion with the Mucus Discharge. Here comes a Weird Boy for both Ghaz and Darkar. Chaos Dreadnought for HBK Lorente. Uh-oh. Chaos Lord dies to Darkar. Mekboy's level 4. He's done well, hasn't he? Sorcerer wants a wreck point, but here comes a Death Dread. Got its own Darkar. Can get burners and bits for this thing to get more hit points and some burners. Blood Crusher is up. Another Dreadnought, this time from Chaos 23. Mech couldn't get the cap, but I think the shooter boys can. What is this? It's a sneaky knob with stick bombs. Kommando is level 3. Mark of Khorne Dreadnought for HBK Lorente. I mean, it's bad news for Darkar's army, but it's so easy to overextend melee Dreadnoughts in the 3v3. Let's see how it goes. Blood Crusher getting in there. A demon with vehicle armor and some good heavy melee DPS. It is quite fragile though, if some hard anti-vehicle comes on the field. Doing a decent job so far. Raptors jumping out. Weird Boy couldn't seem to quite hit it, and there is that Chaos Dreadnought with Mark of Khorne. Going after the Death Tread, is it? Yep. One hit at least. Weird Boy gets a decent hit on the Heretics, and there's that electric armor. Blood Crusher with a good charge. Sluggers do not want to fight a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. They don't really want to fight a Blood Crusher either. Gets rid of him. Does some good damage. Decent start to tier 2 for the Chaos team. I say a decent start. Acey's gone tier 3 already. What is this? It's a Noxious Cloud. That damage. Global ability of the Plague Champion. A controllable cloud of stink that damages units, and just gave up moving it there, I guess. It is quite slow. You can't really chase units with it. My Dref, says Ghaz. Oh, his Death Tread got chased and taken out, yep. Sure did. Not sure why it was pushed up that far. We have grenade launchers on the way for the Heretics of Chaos 23. They got some more Heretics here too with grenade launchers. In fact, triple grenade launcher Heretics. They can sure repair the crap out of this Dreadnought now. And that should do a lot of work to bunch up Orks like this. There's a Zap, which can jump to nearby units. They weren't close enough though. Tank Busters, as you may have guessed, anti-vehicle for Orks. Pretty damn effective one too. All 3 Ork players have one. Dreadnought's done well. Blood Crusher's done well as too. And Acey has gone to tier 3. They made it. They've got a chunk of red too. Look at that. They could get Chaos Terminators up maybe in decent time. Kicking off towards the mid. Blood Crusher's in amongst a whole bunch of Ork bodies there. Big old stomp from the Warboss. But it's actually his regular stomp. Raptors were wiped, I believe. Not sure why they were in there so long. Maybe they got disrupted or some special attacks and stuff went in. Blood Crusher makes it out, I think. Tier 3 for Ghaz. Dreadnought took a bunch of damage but survives as a Blast Master. Now for Chaos 23. Turns those Nose Marines into an artillery piece. Uh-oh. Is the Dreadnought going to get over here? Has it pushed up too far? The allied Sorcerer could potentially teleport it out, but where is his body? Oh, it's there. That's not going to help. Teleports it to the Sorcerer's body, so we'll just keep it in trouble. Blood Rage activated. Looks like they're resigned to losing this Dreadnought now, I think. Just do as much damage as you can. Some friendly fire from the Weird Boy, and they eventually take out the Dreadnought. 350 to 371. That was HBK Lorente's one. Chaos kind of in disarray here. Can Acey get something out in tier 3 to make a difference? What is the Kommando doing? The Noxious Cloud sends him into a frenzy. They still have that west side though, the Chaos team. Sluggers, again, don't really want to fight this thing. They went for the Noise Marines there. And the electric armor doing its thing. Knob squad on the way for Ghaz. More tank busters for Darkar. Doing bolts, kind of dodged. Oh, those guys are running. I think they should have stayed in play and gone after that Dreadnought there. Lots of fire from the Immolate. Does it drain his energy while it's channeled? I don't think it does. 348 to 352. 2-1 cap for the Orks. They seem to be in a good position to go on and take this game here. Blood Crusher's back out. Warboss now has a power claw, and the Blood Crusher does not have melee resistance, one of his big weaknesses. Spiky armor you're hearing there when he gets melee attacked. There's that demonic roar thing, and he is backing away, I think. Yeah, backing away. Blood Crusher survives, got some repair support here, and they're grabbing their VP back. But a Nob squad is on the field. Here it is from Ghaz, and the Mekboy can support them really well. The super tough beam, don't see it yet. Elite tier 3 infantry can fight anything in the game pretty damn well and win most of those fights handily. Chaos Terminators with lightning claws would be their big threat against Chaos. Mark of Zinch's CSM would do a lot of damage on range as well. Last Master maybe gets a shot on those sluggers. No. I'll try to. Mekboy did not tie them up, just used the electric arm and went near them, and then dies. Dreadnought levels to 2. Chaos has done pretty well with his Dreadnought. Nob squad is there. Grenade barrage is going in. Nobs pop their frenzy. 75% damage resistance and suppression immunity. They're going after the Dreadnought here. There's Blood Rage. Going to kill the enemy Weird Boy. There it is. He's now going to float around and then explode. We should be able to control the Weird Boy, I think. Actually messed up the Nob squad there. I think there should be an upgrade that allows you to control him when he dies and floats around. In the mid, lots of Orks leveling up. The Plague Champion went down. Looks like he's got his Pestilent, his Plague Fist, sorry. Still a tier 2 for Darkar. We do have a Chaos Predator and Mark of Nurgle, unsurprisingly, on the field. Whoa! Ghaz just had a really bad fight. The Nob squad were taken out by the Dreadnought. What happened there? Just stayed in the fight too long, I guess. No call to boys. Very strange. I just assumed they were going to get out of there, but they didn't. The Dreadnought does go down. The Foot of Gork did some friendly fire. Let's say there's an Imperial Abyss from Acey. Oh, it's a pretty good one too. Look at that. Well, losses. Heavy losses everywhere. Sorcerer got level 6 with the revive. Plague Champ is level 3 now with the Plague Fist. 282 to 304. Power Bash attempt by Darkar. Sluggers get Doom blasted. Those guys maybe should have switched to melee there. It might have finished them off actually. Only the Slugger Nob gets away. Is that a shotgun? Nope. You see a Kommando Nob standing next to a bunch of dead heretics. I assumed he had his special shooter. Those Marines going to set up their Blast Master, ready to blast stuff. And there's some Corn Worship. They are getting the VP back here. 2-1 is going to be for the Chaos team, and they are not that far behind on VPs. There's a tier 3 for Darkar. It's Flash Gits for Ghaz. We've seen Flash Gits really mess up Chaos before. Mess up Space Marines too. Only one so far though. You need 2 or 3 of them to really threaten with those bursts. Can they get some good barrages here? Tank is getting shots. That Nurgle tank, of course, and there's a really good Chains of Torment. Nurgle tank giving you those damage over time. Autocannon shells, that green crap. Massive health bonuses too. We've got the Robes of Torment giving you the chains, and Tome of Subjugation just in case there is another Nob squad or Flash Kits start getting dangerous and stuff. Stabilizing a bit on that west side, you know. These Grenade Launcher Heretics are actually causing a lot of problems for the approach of the Orks. 3 of them. Where's the other fellas? Here they are. There's a Shrine of Corn, is what they call it. Now it's being worshipped. It's going to spew out blood letters even more. tank is taking up a pretty good position in the mid. It would arguably be safer against this western flank, but allows it to take part in more battles over there. Plague Champion is level 3 with the Armor of Pestilence now. What is this? That's a Weird Boy and Tank Busters and Shooters, I think. A motley bunch of Orks to bash some power. And there they go. Making short work of it too. More Shrines and Chaos Terminators here for Chaos. They don't have 2 of them. That's a UI bug there on the roster. Another Dreadnought for Acey. Orks have really kind of grinded to a halt here, haven't they? Haven't got their tier 3 stuff rolling barely at all. Only Ghaz got some tier 3 units out. Now we do have a looted tank from Cursecrab though. These guys are just being thrown away for population, I assume. Reduce the upkeep, increase the income, get more flash kits seems to be the plan, because they can do this with their blasters. Speaking off over here, looted tank helping to disperse those noise marines. They should have been on the western edge, I think. There's the other tank. There it is. No mark yet. This one has come to a slightly safer position. Chaos Lord runs. He's got his demonic visage. Storm Boy's jumping in. The noble tank is so tough, but you do still need to be careful with it. Storm Boys, I think, are going to wipe. Yep, I wonder if they were just thrown away too to free up population. Down goes the Sorcerer, was that? Yep. Warboss is having a good time in there. Barking out orders and chopping stuff up. He's got the Power Claw to cleave through things. Chaos Terminators are demoralizing stuff with those combi bolter shots, and down goes Sluggers. Don't think Cursecrab wanted to lose those fellas. Got maxed out red here, Cursecrab, or almost. 999 being the maxed. Could drop a couple of rocks very soon. Nob Squad on the way for Ghaz. Another Chaos Predator, this time for Chaos 23. Does not get a mark yet? Nope. Just helping out on the natural VP. 282 to 188. Chaos Lord helping up the Sorcerer. Doesn't quite get the level. Then the Sorcerer runs. It's time maybe to push the mid Darkar, eh? Perhaps grab the wreck point first. They get their VP back for the 2-1. Maybe they should triple the mid now. Is it another Markov Nurgle Predator tank? It is. Can be so hard to deal with. Oh, was that cancelled by Chaos 23? No, it came out. Chaos has a buggy roster in this game. There it is. Okay, here we go. Orks are kicking it off. Storm Boys with Ard Boys on them chasing down this tank. And here comes a Nob Squad. From Darkar. Tank Buster Barrage misses. That's a Zinchian Shrine shooting out Ding Bolts. The Chaos Lord did fall. That tank is getting kind of low. Subjugated Nob Squad now. Turned on their Warboss. And he has to flee. Subjugation is worn off now. Plague Champion needs to be careful. Could use the Pestilence Strike. There it is. It does reduce the damage they take from the Chaos Space Marines though as well. Could use it to escape there at least. Lots of Darkar. This is a Nob Squad on the rear armour of that tank. There's 2 of them on the field at the moment. 282 to 135. Chaos Space Marines though holding on to the 2-1 cap. Great unclean one on the way now for the Rente. How did his Terminators get so low? Very close to losing 2 models there. Very close to losing all 3 models in fact. Use your choppers and Ard Boys. Full Warboss support on these guys. Trying to go after those tanks. Those melee resistant tanks. I think it's just worthwhile. I think it's maybe more worthwhile to go after those CSM there. Are they going to die? I think they're going to die. They do die. Wow. Heavy losses for Ghaz. They're down to a single Flashgit squad, and they call for the concede, and there it is. The Orc team concedes. Chaos stayed solid. Chaos was also pretty solid after that early CSM loss. No idea what happened there. Level 6 Chaos Lord, level 7 Sorcerer, level 3 Plague Champion, a level 5 Mech, level 5 Warboss, and a level 4 Kommando. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for taking part, and Impregnable for hosting these faction war events. I'll see you next time.